Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. My name is Joseph James. It's Friday, January 14th, 2011, guys. What a great week. We wrapped up a great week here in the live trade room. Here's your live trade room recap. Let's see how we did today. Now, what's the most important thing that happened today? Well, of course, today was that first transitional week back for the new year, right? The second week of the year, professional traders coming back to their desks. And for the most part, we're waiting for the news that came out Thursday and Friday this week. Right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty low volume, choppy markets, people getting back into the rhythm of the markets again. Well, today, Friday morning, we were expecting lots of news this morning, right? So first week back, end of that first week, most traders were waiting for this news that came out this morning, right? We had consumer confidence, we had business inventories, we had, of course, our retail sales this morning, right? Lots of important news this morning. And so we were waiting for that news. Well, now here we are Friday morning, guys, and what do we see? Well, we had lots of news to worry about today, but we started first with the dollar. The dollar was what? The dollar was resting on the lows today. Now, whenever we have that dollar index resting on support, right, on those lows, we have two options. The first option is the dollar may pop back up or it may drop back down, right? Obviously, if the dollar pops back up, right, dollar rises off support, we should expect to see gold, crude, euro, Russell all begin to drop. If the dollar breaks that support and continues to drop, we want to be buying the lows, right, on the gold, the crude, the euro, the Russell, right, buying support. So dollar resting on the lows this morning gave us really two scenarios to be worried about. Now, the crude this morning, kind of an interesting thing about crude this morning, we had a lot of crude traders today that apparently were hedging against rising crude prices. If you guys noticed the crude market this morning, what'd you see? Low volume. It was chopping around right at that trend line. We'll take a look at that here in a moment though, guys. But if you were watching crude volume this morning, you probably noticed volume was really, really low. Now, if you open up your market analyzer and you compared the volume from the 211 crude to the 311 on crude, remember, crude rolls over every single month. Go to the blog, check out the crude contract specs on the blog. We'll give you more information about the crude here on the blog. And of course, the crude market, low volume, and we saw the volume on the 311 starting to creep up. And of course, a couple of our members this morning made me aware of this, and we looked at the crude market, we looked at the volume, and we realized that people were skipping the 211 on crude and going right to the 311 on crude. Now, why would you do that? Well, it's a hedging technique, right? It's a hedging procedure. If you are expecting the price of crude to be rising in the future, right, then of course you'll skip the 211 contract. And if you're looking to hedge yourself against rising crude prices, like you would if you owned a gas station, right, or if you needed to use crude oil in your business, right? If you ran a big power plant and you needed crude oil, right, to power those machines, you'd be buying crude contracts 211, 311, 411. Now, if you were really concerned that crude is going to spike in price, you would skip the 211 and you'd go right to the 311, 411, and 511, right? So when we see the 311 starting to gain more volume and the 211 starts to lose volume, that should be giving us a real strong heads up. We're probably looking at the fundamentals in these markets pushing this crude price even higher. And guys, and that's not, right, that's not speculation. That's just hedgers doing their job, skipping that 211 and trading 311. All right, guys, so look into that crude market, and we'll come back on Tuesday, right? Monday's a holiday. We'll come back on Tuesday, and we'll see if this, of course, has come true if crude continues to rise. Now, we didn't take any trades on crude today because the volume was real low, and the reason why it was so low is because we just talked about. Now, gold was our big money maker today. We had gold resting at support, and so when we see gold at support, two options, right? I can either buy the support, bring it back up, or I can look to sell the lows, but I'm not going to sell the lows, right? I'm never going to sell into that low of day. What I'll do is I'll wait for someone else to push the lows, then I'll wait for a retracement and sell the retracement. Now, remember what happened to the dollar, right? Dollar's sitting on support. Well, the dollar didn't drop, it popped back up. Rising dollar, what do you think's going to happen to the gold, right? Gold broke that support, we sold the retracement, and we got our day started on the gold there with a pretty big winning trade, right, for our first trade of the day, which was simply selling the retracement. Now, guys, I'm real proud of you guys this morning because we were ready for today. We knew we had lots of news events. We knew we might have a real busy morning because everyone had been waiting for Friday morning news. And we had our morning prep, right? Our charts were working, right? Knock on wood, right? Those NinjaTrader 7 charts, we're getting used to using Ninja 7 right now. We had some problems earlier this week, but hey, this morning though, charts are working. We did our morning prep. We were ready for the news. We had our entry rules and our exit rules ready to go, and we had our emotions under control, right? We knew exactly what to expect today. It was going to be a busy morning, so we had to make sure we were ready for the action, right? Not letting our emotions trade for us, but waiting for those perfect patterns, navigating through the 8:30, right, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock news that came out this morning. So we were ready, and of course, great job today, guys. A lot of you guys made your profit goals today, so wonderful work. Now, one more thing, guys. We are closed on Monday. Monday is the Martin Luther King holiday, a wonderful holiday. We'll be closed on Monday, guys. Our sales and support teams will be working on Monday morning, except our trade room will be closed, right? No markets are open. Everything's closed Monday morning. So our trade room will be closed, but I'll be here working on email, Skype, on the phone. If you guys have any questions, you know where to reach me. All right, let's see how we did today. 2, 4, 6, 8 total trades. As you can see here, guys, everything on gold. Those 8 trades total up to 214 ticks. 2140 is our daily total today. Now, of course, Monday morning, 17th, we're closed. So weekly total, guys, add in that 2140 for today. We did 2940 yesterday, 2140 today, and you can see here our weekly, our monthly, and our yearly totals now are at 8650. As you can see, we've had a great week so far, guys. Really happy we were able to finish up a great week here in the room. Let's check my dollar out. Now, I always begin my day on the dollar. Now, why do we begin the day on the dollar? The dollar is that correlated market, right? The dollar is going to tell me what is likely to happen later on today. So I use this dollar index, right, to my advantage. Now, check out the dollar here for us, right? Check out that dollar here for us. And again, here's my DX, and this, of course, is a daily chart, right? This is a daily chart. I'm going to use 730 days of data. That's 2 years of data on my daily chart. And what do we notice right away? We notice right away here, we've got ourselves our sideways range, right? Sideways range in the dollar, going sideways. It's been like this all week today, right? It's been like this all week. And we notice now, here we are at the lows of the range. So again, the dollar at this point, guys, dollar can either drop, which would be a buying opportunity for us, right? Or what happened was the dollar popped back up, right, and began rising, which of course is a selling opportunity for us. All right, guys? Now that's my daily chart, right? Very, very basic daily chart, nothing special. Now follow me over here, guys. Here's my 34 range chart. Now this is my 34 range, right? We call this our slow time frame. I know, the daily chart's slower than this, but we call it a slow time frame. And you can see what happened was we had come all the way down to these lows, and we began to bounce off these lows. And so what we saw right away was, of course, we were about to go sideways in the dollar, but we knew that the dollar was rising off those lows. Rising dollar, what does that tell me if I'm trading gold, crude, euro, Russell, right? DAX, anything, guys, right? Rising dollar is going to equal falling everything else. So right off the bat, we notice right away, guys, we've got our daily chart shows us we're at the lows. We then zoom in a little bit closer here, get a little bit faster time frame, that 34 range. 34 range shows us that even though we're at the lows, we are coming up off those lows, rising off those lows, which means, can you guess what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a short here. Now again, didn't take anything on crude today, guys. Nothing on crude today. You can see right here on my crude